currently are ranked the #1 overall team, and they also have a high scholar defense as well. So I'm gonna give them their credit as well. They do have a very good defense. They have very great coaches over there. So they're looking like a great team over there. But we watch them. We see what we see. We see what we could improve on, and make them look worse. But we definitely see it.
In what ways do you think you guys can challenge this Michigan defense that maybe they haven't seen yet this season?
I mean, I think this the sheer strength of our team. Honestly, just like they ain't never seen quite the load of players that we have on our team yet. So I think this us coming with that, us coming with our confidence, we're gonna be straight.
Do you think playing in the SEC has kind of prepared you to face a defense like Michigan's?
Yeah, most definitely. That's the reason why I came to SEC. Coming from high school, I also was at a powerhouse, so I've always played at like the best, I guess you say, conferences, and whenever I'm playing the football. So I knew SEC was gonna be that next great step. So I knew going there was gonna help me prepare, not only for like teams like Michigan, but for the league as well.
Talks about, I guess, Bull Johnson, Mike Sanders still, maybe they're Michigan secondary, I guess, number 0, 2 for Michigan, who, what they look like on the film.
Yeah, they're great corners. We're definitely gonna have to come on our A game, come to the first, and it's definitely gonna be a battle of their DBs against our receivers. So whoever gets the job better done is gonna be probably the outcome winner.
Isaiah, how has your life changed since the 4th and 31 touchdown?
It's definitely changed a lot, good and bad ways as well. But it's definitely changed a lot.
Like good and bad ways. What do you mean?
I mean, just from like all the people walking up to me, it's kind of like a different feel. Like I can't really. Like, I was at a basketball game and I really had to leave because everybody like wanted a picture. So like, I mean, it's good and bad to it as well. Like I said.
When you went home for the holidays, how did your home folks react?
Yeah, I actually kind of was just. I only seen my parents for real, maybe like a couple of friends. So I really was just chilling. I really didn't go out for real, so I didn't really get to really experience that side yet.
Marvin Harrison Jr. said that he's never seen coverage like Michigan threw at him, and I just talked to Michigan safety Rod Moore, and he said that he feels confident that Michigan will throw things at you guys you haven't seen. Do you feel like you're prepared and you kind of know what Michigan wants to run?
Yeah, I feel like especially as a unit, as a receiver group, I'm gonna make sure the guys always prepared. Like I said, I've always played against competition my whole life, so this is just another game to me, honestly. Like it's nothing big, nothing less to it. So just going there, make sure I play my best ball is gonna be good.
How closely did you follow the whole sign stealing saga that kind of Michigan was engulfed in all year and how that all transpired?
Say one more time.
Hey, how much did you pay attention to all the sign stealing saga that Michigan had to deal with all year and the impact it had on college football and maybe their team?
I mean, yeah, the sign stealing. I heard about it. I really paid too much attention to it. I mean, obviously, that's in the past. I mean, the catapult system that I guess they was taking signs from was they made it down anyways for the playoffs because of that. So honestly, I mean, when we get on the field, they're gonna have to play us anyways. So all that sign stealing is not gonna help them.
Say more about the catapult. What was that?
It's basically like the app we record like film on for practice and stuff like that, and they was like, I guess like looking at other people's like play calls and like their hand signals like the first 8 games or something like that. So we wasn't able to we was able to watch film with the team, but like personally we can't watch film because like I don't know, some reason with the Michigan stealing signs, but I'm not really too keyed in on that.
Your coaches told you that?
Yeah, our coach told us that probably like a week ago before we was like right before we about to come here, like getting prepared for Michigan.
So like on your individual tablets that you would normally be watching.
Yeah.
Right now you guys are not watching film.
Yeah, we're not allowed to.
What kind of improvement have you guys seen throughout the season?
What kind of improvement? I've seen tremendous improvement just from afar as us going. Because I knew from the beginning we had a great team, but great teams, they don't show themselves until later in the season anyway, because you got to build that chemistry. So I knew once we built that chemistry, we was gonna be a great team.
What kind of improvement have you seen from Jalen Milroe as he's gotten more comfortable in the starting QB role?
Yeah, just great, just vast improvement. Him becoming more better leader, more better pocket passer, more better runner. Just every single attribute of his game has increased. I mean, that's gonna come with games played. You're gonna feel more comfortable the more games you play.
What's it been like working with Coach Reese this season, from kind of him coming in and the off season to where y'all are now in the playoffs?
Yeah, Coach Reese, I love him. Great coach. He's definitely schemed up our offense to definitely have his strengths, because not every player, everybody's gonna be able to do everything. So I definitely love the way he's been scheming our offense.
Do you feel like things kind of changed on offense, or maybe opened up more after the bye week, kind of starting with that LSU game?
Can you say it again?
Do you feel like things kind of changed on offense or opened up a little more coming out of the bye week, starting with that LSU game?
On offense, I would just say I would just say just the chemistry of the offense, the chemistry of the players. Like I said earlier, the comments, the more games you play, the more efficient any team is going to look. So I think the deeper the season go on, the better you're going to be overall anyway.
What's the biggest area of growth you made from last year?
My biggest area of growth? I feel like my biggest area of growth is definitely maturing because I'm naturally blessed with talent. So I think maturing is definitely a big part of my game that I equipped it well. And I was able to read defenses. Like when I'm out there, I'm not just running a route. So I'm looking at things. So I feel like this from that aspect, like a smart football-wise aspect, I've grown a lot.
How's the team's practices been since y'all have gotten out here in California so far?
They've been good so far. Just getting prepared, getting ready every single day for that big game on the 1st.
What have you seen from Michigan's secondary? I mean, look physical. Can you talk about them?
What have I seen from their secondary? I've seen from their secondary like every other defense that plays us. It's gonna be. I don't expect them to come out and play us, man. I expect it to be zones, so I expect us just to go out there and kill the zones because teams don't really play us, man. Anyways, off of the talent wise, so we're gonna see where that goes.
What do they do specifically to make big plays? That defense just
Yeah.
give up too many.
I mean, they're very sound on defense. They play like they know what zones their defenses are in. Like they know where they need to be on the field. They know they're very well coached, so they know they're gonna be in the right spot. So we just gotta make sure we're in our right spots as well.
Isaiah, with the Rose Bowl not traditionally being an SEC game, have you guys gotten any sort of a history lesson on the traditions and everything like that?
Nah, I'm not really sure honestly what the history is like, cause I'm a Georgia kid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm from the neighboring state, so I'm not really too fond about Alabama history, so I can't really elaborate on that question anymore.
Just about the game, though, not necessarily Alabama's role in the game, but just growing up, anything about the Rose Bowl specifically.
I can't really think about it. I don't even think as a kid you even really understand like the shit about like the Rose Bowl. You kind of just like your favorite team is playing. So like me growing up, like when I see Georgia and Alabama play, that would get me hyped. I kind of like matchups when I was younger, so I wouldn't really say like a particular game will make me any more hype. Kind of like the matchups. See my favorite players go out there and play. Honestly.
Were you a Georgia guy or Alabama guy growing up then?
I mean, I was definitely a Georgia. I'm from Georgia, so I don't think there's too many Alabama fans in Georgia. But yeah, I was definitely a Georgia fan.
Can't mean anything more Big Ten to SEC. Is there a little extra element of pride involved?
Oh yeah, most definitely. A lot of SEC and other conferences, they always try to think they come play with us, but we're gonna have to show them why they can't come play with us. Everybody try to think they the biggest and baddest, but until you play a team from the Southeast and you actually see like what the ball looks like. So it's gonna be a great matchup. I'm excited to see. It's definitely gonna be a lot of pride on the first, so we're just gonna have to see.
Coach Harbaugh said yesterday that the game could be a blowout for either team, but he thinks it's going to be a close game. Do you agree, or you have a different take on that?
I don't think. No comment. No comment.
Just since we haven't talked to you since it happened, kind of take us back to Selection Sunday after y'all had beaten Georgia. Just kind of how confident were you that y'all were going to get in the playoff? Just kind of what's it been like since then?
Yeah, even with the Georgia game, everybody was saying that Georgia was gonna win. But in my head, I was like, "There's no way we're gonna lose this game." This off of this player to player, because the games when they get evened out, that really goes into who has the better coaches. At the end of the day, like when talent's evened out, like it's not like a talent shift. It really goes down to coaching. Who has a better coach? So you see, obviously we came out with the win. So we still got the best coach in the country. So we're gonna believe in our coach, Coach Saban.
What has kind of the mindset been this week at practice? Now turning the page to the Rose Bowl, how's the mentality been these last couple days?
Our mindset every day is to go 1-0. As long as we go 1-0, we're gonna be good.
It's been a while since the SEC championship. It's a lot of time where you can go back and kind of look back on the season. What do you think the offense has grown the most from week 1 to now?
I think this decision making. I think decision making as everybody on the field is probably the greatest attribute that we've increased in. Is this everybody is knowing if this happened, do this. If this happened, do that. Just relaxing on the field, being more comfortable. So I feel like this decision making is what we've grown on the most.
Kind of an off-the-wall question. I know a lot of people like to call themselves hometown heroes, but I saw you had the hometown villain captured on Instagram. Kind of, what was that like to just go back to the state of Georgia and play in the SEC championship and have a big impact on that game?
Yeah, it was honestly that's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to come from a state where you're from and be able to play that team, and especially in a big moment like that, it was definitely a great feeling as well. But yeah, the hometown feeling, because like I said, I told you earlier, I'm from Georgia, and I went to Alabama, so we played Georgia and beat them. So like, I feel like I said I was a hometown villain in that situation because I had a lot of Georgia fans mad after the game.
You also have a couple of your high school teammates or teammates that play at the same high school here at Alabama. Kind of what's that like for y'all that have played there and that are now here at Alabama together?
Honestly, when you get to high school and you go into that next phase in college, you understand at the end of the day it's more of a business move than than what your heart says. So honestly, I don't really play into any of the analytics or anything. Like I went to Alabama because I feel like that was the best opportunity for me alone. Aside, even though I'm from Georgia, Georgia's not always the best school for everybody, or Alabama's not always the best school for everybody. So just finding out the best school for you is kind of why I made my decision.
Obviously, not everybody will have the opportunity to play in games of the magnitude that you've played in and have the type of highlight plays that you have.
Yeah.
How do you describe the emotion when you're going through those type of things, 4th and 32, SEC championship? Like, what is that feeling actually like?
I mean, it's obviously a great feeling. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. It's obviously a great feeling, but I've been in plenty of big plays before. I've been in plenty of big moments before. So, honestly, it's just like another play to me. Like, I've been in game-winner touchdowns before. Like, this wasn't the first one I've ever had. I've been in clutch drives. Like, that's literally, like, where I came from high school, like, I was literally, like, call me clutch, because, like, I've always came in clutch. Like, it wasn't just something random that just happened.
Isaiah, Coach Saban's known for being pretty squared away everywhere, Disneyland, game days, everything. If you were a coach, what would your game day fit be?
If I was a coach, what would my game day fit be for this game?
Yeah.
I'm more of a flashy dude, so I'll probably say like some like extravagant colors, like probably like a bright red, probably like an all bright red suit. I'll probably say.
Thank you.
Outside of yourself, who's your starting five of best dressed on the team?
Outside of me,
Yeah.
best.
I guess including you. Probably
Okay. So best dressed, top 5. Number 1, I start there. That's me. That's 100% me. I go with that. Number 2, I get to. Who got some drip on the team? Who got some drip?
Tyler,
Dallas.
you guys went to the Rodeo Drive.
You said what?
Tyler to the group you guys went to Rodeo Drive to shop.
Yeah, we did. But I say me, Dallas Turner. He had some good fit. Who else? Who else dressed nice? I'll get the Kool-Aid McKinstry. Terrion Arnold. He got some good fits as well. And I'll do the last one probably. I'll get to Jaron Hamilton. He a receiver, freshman, just came up. I like his fits. He got some nice fits.
Did you buy anything on Rodeo Drive?
Did I buy anything? No, actually, what he was talking about, I didn't even get to make it to that. I didn't even get to make it to the shopping, but I'm probably end up going down there today. But yeah, I didn't even get to end up hitting it last week. I was tired after practice, so I ended up sleeping, honestly.
You and Jalen, tight relationship, and your chemistry's kind of growing over the season. Do you have a favorite Jalen Milroe story, either on the field or off the field, that you can share?
A favorite Jalen Milroe story? I probably could say after the grade digger when we just kind of just pointed at each other like that, kind of like with the guns. Like it wasn't no talking, it was kind of just like smiles and this like that, like good play. Because we more like, it's more like, no, because at the end of the day, like, as a football player, you're supposed to do your job in the day. So catching the ball, like, I mean, it was a great time moment for everybody else. But at the end of the day, that's my job to do is catch the ball. So like, I kind of like how it's like, we be celebrating, but it's not too much. It's kind of like, okay, good job, well done, kind of we move on with it.
That was obviously like a really big moment for the team, but for you yourself, kind of what's it been like to just kind of like see that gravedigger term and that play kind of take a life of its own since that moment?
I mean, yeah, it's honestly a great feeling. I mean, you grew up as a kid wanting to be in the ESPN headline. You grew up as a kid wanting to be that number 1 wide receiver on the team. Like you grew up as a kid wanting to be everything like that. So I mean, it's obviously a great feeling. I'm not gonna take anything away from that. So it's a great feeling to have.
Isaiah, you've been here for quite a while now, about 20 minutes, and asked a lot of questions. What's one question that you wish people would ask you?
What's one question I wish people would ask me? It's a good question.
Whether it's your why, what gets you up in the morning, why do you work so hard, things like that.
I think my why, honestly.
Why?
I think my why, honestly, is just to do it for my family, honestly. Being this far already is a family achievement. I've had brothers that wanted to be athletes. I had family members that wanted to be anything. But if I would be to go to the NFL, to be the first, like, I'll be the first millionaire in my family. I'll be the first NFL player in my family. Like, I come from a family like that. So this putting on for my family is kind of like why I say I'll do this.
Coach Saban said yesterday that Jace has been practicing with the team, and obviously he's here today. Just kind of what does he bring to the offense when he's back with y'all? But also kind of how did you see some of the other guys like Jay Miller step up when he was out?
Yeah, Jace McCullough, amazing running back. Brings so much value to the team. Glad to have him back as well. And Jam, guys like Jam, definitely stepping up in big roles. Jam came out of my class, so I didn't see his talents coming into college. So like, I know what Jam could do. So I know when he gets the opportunity, he's gonna be able to make a big play.
New offensive coordinator this year. What's the first year with Coach Reese been like?
The first year with Coach Reese has been, I can honestly say it's been good. It's been good. It's been great. I like him coming. I like what he's done with the offense. So I couldn't have any complaints to say anything about him.
What about Holman Wiggins? What's your relationship with him like?
Oh, me and Coach Wiggins, we have a great relationship. Ever since, even back when I was committed to Florida, like we've always had a great relationship. So I think, yeah, we have a great relationship.
And your relationship with your fellow wide receivers. I mean, if you could talk about them, I always refer to you guys like the super sophomores. Kendrick Law,
Yeah.
you, Kobe Prentice,
Yeah.
kind of throwing some young guys as well. But can you talk about those guys and throw in Jermaine as well?
Yeah, most def. Kobe Prentice, K-Law, Kendrick Law, you said. We also got other guys like Emmanuel Henderson, receiver as well, Shad Preston. But just like the guys in our class, like I told them, especially when I was coming in, like, I already told them what I was trying to do. Like, I'm trying to, everybody that's here, I'm trying to show them, like, we back. Like, the receivers, the ride outs y'all seen, like, we back. Like, we trying to bring that back. So I try to, like, instill that into the receivers. Like, y'all gotta have that swag. Y'all gotta think that. Like, just because these dudes is older don't mean they better than y'all. Like, I try to tell all the receivers when they come, even freshmen, like, it don't matter who they're. If the coaches think you better than the person in front, they're gonna start you over him. So it doesn't matter about seniority or anything. So I just feel like just going out there and playing your hardest. Like, even in practice, like, practice hard. Like I tell everybody, practice hard, because when you get to the game, it's gonna be way easier. So just instilling great habits into the guys is what I try to do.
Yeah, and I felt like the ride-up mentality has definitely been brought back this year. Not taking away from anything last season, but like I could see it. Like the way that Jermaine plays, the way that you play, even like your mantra here, like I can feel that ride-up mentality. You feel it's back?
Yeah, yeah, most def. I think honestly, just it goes back to the offseason training. Like we've been working so hard for so long, and just for moments like this, honestly. Almost could probably last year in the summer, like we've been working for moments like for the moment right now. So just all that offseason, all that training is definitely the byproduct of where we're at right now.
And I was thinking about this too, like all the sophomores coming back next season, right? Tyler Booker, yourself, Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, Roberts, Jalen Milroe. I mean, Caden Proctor's a freshman. I mean, these guys are young, but now they've grown up.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we have a lot of young guys. So you know, just with experience is gonna get better and better with the young guys. So I'll just say, just watch out. Yeah, most definitely.
Sorry if you've been asked this before, but how have you seen Jalen grow not just as a dynamic quarterback with the run, but also pass the ball downfield? What have you seen out of him?
Yeah, I've seen tremendous growth in Jalen Milroe. Honestly, from the first game to all the way to now, almost to say he looked like two different players, but it's the same person. But just honestly, you got to believe in your guys. Trust, confidence is a big role on the football field. If you don't have no trust, no confidence, you're not gonna even play to your full potential. So just you believe in yourself is the main key part.
How has the film watching changed for the lead up to this game? I know it sounds like some of the guys saying you guys have been watching it together, not individually. What's that been like?
Yeah, the film, we've just been watching it together just because earlier I said, I think they said Michigan was like stealing signs for like the first 8 weeks or something like that. So us is watching film with the team because we're not allowed to watch film on our own because we don't want any, I guess, stuff like that happening again.
How does that change how you prepare?
It doesn't change at all. We still gonna watch the film. We still gonna get the hours in. We still gonna look over the defense, do everything we would in a regular game.
As a competitor, as a player, like how do you deal with knowing that that's a team that did that at one point in time, and how do you handle that?
I mean, it honestly doesn't even matter to me because at the end of the day, they still got to go on the field and play us. So all them stealing signs. I mean, you can know my route. I mean, but you still got to guard me at the end of the day. So that's why I like to, you know what I'm saying? That's my input. I'll say to that.
Perfect. Thanks.
We're just moving in the other room.
All right, bet.